Can I hear it?
Yeah, man.
She sounds real nice.
Thanks, dude. Follow my YouTube channel.
What was that?
Follow my channel. I'll put you on it. Take care, man. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We made it back. 26 hours, 2,000 miles, and one hell of a long drive to go pick up my 2021 Charger Scat Pack Widebody, and it was well worth it. What a great time that was. What a great trip that was, even though I was tired afterwards. Ordered some parts for the car that we're going to install in the next video. But first, we need to talk about how much I paid for this Scat Pack. But of course, I forgot to charge the Hellcat while I was gone, so she is dead. So she will not make a debut in the video today. But I did charge the Lamborghini with the tender, so that thing started up beautifully. Thank goodness, it is running awesome. But of course, the reason you're here is the Charger. And I'm going to talk about my payment, my down payment, what I paid for this car, in all open transparency, so you know what you could expect if you buy one of these cars. But of course, first, we got to roll that intro. Alright, so let's go find a shady spot to park so the GoPro doesn't overheat. And before I get into the information about the car payments, I want to share with you an Instagram message that I got from a gentleman while I was getting on the airplane headed to St. Louis to go pick up this car. And as all of you, if you follow the channel for a while, know, my passion is helping people and really helping support people through challenging times. And when I can do that via these videos, it is fulfilling to me, and that has manifested itself into wonderful messages that I've gotten. And frankly, some of you have asked me for advice while you're going through certain circumstances, and I will take the time, write you back. And sometimes my messages are really short and to the point, and some they're a little bit longer, and this one's a little bit longer, so I'm going to put the timestamp below for you to fast forward past this if you just want to see how much I paid for the car. But if you've experienced or are experiencing any challenges in your life right now, I'm going to give you the advice and get very personal about my own personal history of circumstances that I've been through to maybe help you push past a challenging time in your life. Because this message, frankly, helped me go through the process of sharing this information and relive it as much as it probably helped the person who heard it. So let me share this with you. I'm going to keep his name private for obvious reasons, but he writes me, "Hey man, hope all is well with the family, YouTube, and the cars. I've been going through a really tough time lately, my friend. Me and my child's mother broke up. I had a falling out with family. Friends have revealed themselves, as well as my mental attitude has been shot due to showing nothing but love and getting betrayal in return. What would be your best plan of attack? How do you deal with your adversities and struggles?" And what I wrote back was this. And I'm going to get deep here. I'm going to share, there's going to be some things about my life that none of you knew, and that's going to open up a little bit of controversy, so just save your comments. I'm not ashamed of what I've been through. I'm more proud of how I got out from underneath the tough things that I've been through. But I share this with them because the only way to impact somebody sometimes is to open up to them and let them know you understand their struggles. Otherwise, you're just some guy on YouTube who has no problems, appears to have a perfect life, that is giving you advice from some, you know, tall building somewhere, you know, with a great view of the ocean. I mean, that's not who I am. I've been through some tough stuff before. So I'm going to share that with them, and as a result, I'm sharing it with you, because someone out there is going to watch this and go, "All right, dude, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna take care of my business right now." If you're a little despondent, this might help you. So here's what I wrote him back. So sorry you're going through all of that. I know it feels overwhelming and it's hard to see the light in the middle of it, but the best advice I can give is to make the conscious decision that you are going to be the superhero in your own movie that you happen to be living. Now, I've seen that before and I loved it, and it's helped me get through a lot of stuff. So I'm sharing this with him. You can let it beat you, or you can beat it. When my younger sister died, suddenly I was crushed and brought to my knees, especially after going bankrupt, losing my house, having the IRS come after me for over $375,000, and being expected to be a new dad to our daughter and keep my parents from losing their minds. I remember sitting in my car thinking, I can't get through this. Then I looked in the rearview mirror and got a glimpse of a broken man who just a few years ago had the world in the palm of his hand. I welled up with anger and realized that no one was going to save me, and I had to figure this out myself. So I went home and I typed out in a Word document 3 separate pages. One, where I came from and how that had zero relevance on anything I do moving forward. My past will not define or determine my future. 2, where I am now and how the F I got here. I had to acknowledge my own mistakes and stop blaming others. 3, where I wanted to be and what I'd have to do to get there. I wrote my plan out in bullet form. Then I decided that I was effing Superman, and there was nothing on this planet that would beat me and stop me from getting past this horrible point in my life, and that I will accept that I couldn't save my sister and that she does not want me to be stuck in depression. I immediately cut every negative influence and person out of my life. I called every creditor and told them that I was effed and that they could work with me or get bankrupted by me. The ones who worked with me all got paid. Those who sued me, I sued back. And when all that was left was the IRS, I bankrupted them. I got drunk as hell at my sister's gravesite and cried it all out and called my wife to come pick me up, and then I never let myself fall apart about it again. I made a personal rule that if anyone lifted a hand to hurt me, my family, or my friends, that I would respond with a sledgehammer. I was no longer a weak victim. I was effing Superman, and no one gets to F with Superman without getting an ass whipping. I fixed everything on that list over the next 2 years. I celebrated every little win. During all of this, I committed to helping others do the same. I spoke to large groups of people in the middle of the recession and told them everything I was going through transparently and how I wrote my plan and became Superman in executing on my plan. It became a game to me, and I had a binder and a playbook full of notes from every creditor to every other obstacle I was working through. I wrote a plan for every situation I had to get through, then I followed my plan. I learned that 90% of people don't have a plan and just flounder when things go wrong or problems arise, so I could beat most people just by having a plan. My system is simple. Problem arises, write out a plan, ask others smarter than me for advice, and get pissed, execute on the plan, and be effing Superman. Hope this helps, dude. Life ain't easy, but we can't let it beat us. We're all way stronger than we think we are. We just have to access our inner Superman and decide that we're the hero in our own action movie. Good luck and hang in there. My plane is landing and I'm going to get my new Scat pack. Take care. So that's deep, and some of you might criticize me for things that I've been through in my life and how I handled certain situations, but in that last recession in 2008, 7, and 8, things got bad. Billionaires were made into millionaires, millionaires were made into 100,000aires, and 100,000aires were made broke, and poor people got poorer. I mean, it was just horrible, and I was in the middle of it, and I was taking bullets. And more on another video where I'll share that entire story and process and how I got through it. And frankly, you know, a lot of people be ashamed of some of the things I had to do to get through it. I was surviving at that point. And I love sharing these stories with you all, because if someone out there right now is dealing with some struggles, which no question there are some after this whole COVID nightmare, then I'm hoping that this message resonates with you and you get up, throw the cape on, and go kick some ass and take over the world. Frankly, like I'm doing right now, because I'm never going to get eaten alive again. So with that, everybody, let's jump right into the video and talk about how much I paid for this 2021 Dodge Charger Scat Pack Widebody. All right, so first things first, the window sticker. And I will put this up on the screen right now. I paid sticker for this car. Remember, in California, they were marking these things up $9, $10, even $15,000 after add-ons that were super inflated. Watch one of my last videos, garbage that they added to the prices. I got this car for sticker, which was $55,540. There was a manufacturer rebate available for $1,500 that I got as well. So you could do the math at $55,540, that basically I paid $54,000 for this car. And I'm totally good with that because I don't mind dealers making a little bit of money when there's opportunity in the market like there is right now. What I have a problem with is the markups and the gouging and the inflated prices that are going on in California and some other markets. I would rather drive 2,000 miles and gorge myself on beef jerky and Red Bull than pay $65,000, $70,000 for a Scat Pack, despite it being the coolest car ever. So now let me share with you the details, really simple, on the purchase price and the financing. So the bottom line is, after tax, license, everything, I think the price got all the way up to about $60,839, because California, at least my county, is like almost 8% in taxes, and then you've got license and junk fees from the DMV and everything else. So that all added up to about $60,839.62. I put $8,000 down on the car, and I financed $51,899.62. And I financed that for, let's go to the financing page, for 75 months at 4.89% interest at $806.13 per month. So that's it. It's that simple. Now, this is where somebody comes in and goes, I can't believe you're paying 4.89% per month. Is your credit shot? Nope. I have a 739 FICO score. I got good financing as far as I'm concerned. The problem with me, which is circumstantial, you may not have this challenge, is I couldn't get the 0% financing because Dodge didn't want to do another car on top of me already owning. On paper, it looked like I already owned three cars. This was going to be a fourth car. So they weren't jumping up and down about doing another car, despite my entire car payments being less than about 10% of my monthly income. So they just didn't want to do it. And you just got to expect that the 0% financing that they offer is going to be really, really hard to get if there's any circumstances that would give them an out of offering you that. So I took the $1,500. If you could get the 0% financing, that is a better idea at any time. You're going to pay about $7,000 in interest on a $51,000, $52,000 loan over that period. Now, I have no intentions on keeping this thing for the entire 75 months. I might keep it a year, might keep it 2 years, but bottom line is I'm never going to pay that much interest. I'm going to end up paying the thing off, so it's no big deal. I might pay $3,000, $4,000 in interest total. And the reason why I do this, and it's important I share this with you, is I'm averaging anywhere from 20 to 49% return on my money in the market right now. Even with the market down, I'm still way up from previous years, previous months, and other opportunities that arise. So I have enough cash to pay off all my cars right now. So that's not an issue. I could prove that if I run into your Cars and Coffee, I'll flip my bank account open, show it to you. I'm just not going to put it here because I'm not trying to prove anything to all of you, but sometimes some of you need it for a Cars and Coffee. Happy to show it to you. But the bottom line is, at 4.89% interest, the money's still incredibly cheap for me, considering all the cars that I've got and the bank willing to step up and do that. Now, think about this. To be able to get a fourth car loan, fairly good-sized car loan amongst some pretty expensive cars that I have, they're going to have to juice you a little bit on the interest rate. I'm good with that. I don't have a problem with it because it's still cheaper than pulling my money out of all my investments and stopping that money from working for me and growing. So my advice is take advantage of very low interest rates right now and enjoy those like I am. And if you don't plan to keep the car forever, then you're only going to pay interest for the time that you have the car anyways, so it's all good. No big deal. So with that, everybody, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope this helps all of you, and I hope my first part really resonated with some of you, and I hope this helps some of you figure out how much you're going to pay for one of these cars. And I'll tell you, it is the coolest car. I mean, I love this car. It's just, everything about it is spectacular. It drives so good with that 2,000-mile drive. It was just so smooth, so solid. More about that later and all the things I love about this car, but I appreciate you following the channel. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye. it.